To the women that like to vilify all black men because you dated some black man who treated you like them other black men. So now the trauma side of you decided that you're going to treat all black men just as bad as all them other black men treated you. I say this unapologetically and unreservedly. Please seek help. And I say that with all the respect that I have to give because I am tired of you raggedy and ratchet versions of females not letting my black men live. I know for a fact that there are ain't shit niggas in every category of human, and it doesn't matter how bad you might be, how pure your heart is, or how many of their love languages you learn to speak fluent, there will always be somebody out there that will leave your heart broken and your head fuming. The truth of the matter is, we're now living in an era where too many people are too proud to admit their error when it comes to who they allowed to create their air. A man or a woman that by the end of the relationship had you suffocating and gasping for air. A situation that was avoidable had you not erred on the side of trauma and instead opted for self-worth and gone to therapy. And I'm talking to you and to me because there was once a time in my life when I wouldn't even let a black man touch me because of what one did to my mama, because of what one did to my auntie, because of what some did to my best friends, and because of what one 21-year-old black man did to me when I was 15 and then left me alone to raise his bastard lineage when I too was just a kid. But the more I became exposed to men with my hue that began teaching me that they were better than just those few, the more my biases melted away so I could then begin forming alliances with those black men who truly meant me no harm, like Dr. Sebi's diet to cure viruses. My desire is to find out who the plug is for the black man hate in our community so I could then determine who the supplier is and put pressure on them like sinuses until there are no more additions to the list of bad black men we encounter in our relationships, only minuses. So many of us have become programmed to glorify toxicity that it becomes boring to hear loving, romantic, and sensual tales. Then we'll wonder why all those relationship goals dissolved into relationship fails. Bickering with your baby mama or your baby daddy every day somehow equates to love, but peace for over a week. And you assume, well, I guess the love must be done. So one of y'all go and say something dumb, and now both of y'all want to run, only to come back together to repeat the cycle for the sake of your baby boy. Both of y'all just a solar system, just rotating around your sun. But tell me, in what world is verbal abuse and gaslighting fun? If you prefer a life of toxicity, just say that. If going back and forth with your nigga every day brings you joy and happiness, hey, have fun with that. If having a laundry list of stories and tales about how much you love giving your nigga hell because you feel like low-key he enjoys being the subject matter of your stories you like to tell excites you, hey, have fun with that. But you'll wonder why black men refuse to show you any form of sensitivity. You'll wonder why black men refuse to lower their guard down to show you their creativity. You'll wonder why black men refuse to show you any form of exclusivity, but I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with your energy, which is shockingly full of negativity. Generations of men are told not to let anyone see them cry lest they be thought weak, which is crazy because I don't know a black man that doesn't sing along when that SWV song comes on. But I mean, if even Jesus wept, why do we then demand our men be less meek? They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. So if your house was flooded with water, would you not open up the windows to release the overwhelming flood from your home? Similarly, if your soul is overwhelmed and flooded with emotions, whether good or bad, releasing the tears cleanses the spirit, whether you are mad or sad. Due to this outdated stigma, I appreciate black male poets the most because it takes 3 times the courage for you to step on this stage and tell a group of strangers when you were either mentally down bad or physically stuck in a cage to write for hours, stopping in the middle of every verse to wipe away the tears at the thought of a loved one no longer being here, or to pause a piece for days because it reminds you of that time that you couldn't find peace for days or weeks. And every time you go to pick back up that pen, the tears fall down your cheeks, but you're an artist, so you got to get this out. And that's why it pisses me off when somebody vilifies all of y'all because of some of y'all just for clout. So if no one's told you today, black men, I love you, And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what an unhealed heel has to say. It's not always you. Women be out here needing therapy too. Women can be narcissistic, vindictive, and venomous too. So I want to thank those Black men who showed me that it's not all Black men. I want to thank my therapist who helped me find the issues that stem from within so we could then fix them. And then just for the hell of it, I want to thank Black men again and give you your roses while you're still alive to smell them.